Hello, welcome back with a new video. In this video, we'll see how we can display the icon at line item level. As you can see on the screen, as you can see here, some icons are coming. Okay, with green color and you can see red color on the basis of a overall status. Okay, and along with this, we'll see how we can store this icon at table level in backend. How we can create a table. That thing we will cover along with this. Okay, so in previous video you have learned, this is of a current app if you remember. Okay, uh, so as you can see here, uh, we have shown travel ID, agency ID, and you can see some total records counts are coming. Okay, so on the same video we'll try to add some icon after travel ID. So stay tuned on the same video. Thank you. Yeah, so what we can do, so in this what we'll try to achieve. So first we have to display the image. Okay, so to store the image, first we have to create a table, database table, where we'll store our image. Okay, so this is the existing table. Okay, we have already created, and as you can see, if I'll execute this table, okay, first thing, this is a table. Okay, so we cannot directly execute it here, and it is saying you cannot display. So how we can execute this table and how we can see its output, so I'll show you. So for this we have a CDS. I'll show you. If I'll do so this is the CDS, and if I'll execute the CDS, press F8, and I'm trying to execute the same, and here you can see on the basis of travel status we have saved some URL, and it's a sample picture, okay, which is already stored, and you can use the same for your testing purpose. So first we'll try to create this database table, then we'll use the same table to display this icon on our current app. Okay, so let's quickly try to create this table first. So what I'll do, so I just need to create a table. So this is our package, so select that package, go to new, and put other, and find dictionary, go to dictionary, and here I have to create a database table. Okay, so what database table I need to create? Let's say I just need to create a image table. Okay, storing image, just put the name. It's asking for TR, then finish. Okay, so as you can see, by default one key field is coming, which is having a type ABAP dot client. So from here you can see why this field is coming. Actually, this field denotes the client. I mean, this table is client dependent. That's why it's field, it's mandatory. So along with this, we have to create some fields. Okay, so as like this table. So what I'll do, I'll copy this and paste it over there. Okay. And activate. Control F3, you can use the shortcut key. Okay, now our table is created. But here you can see this is a travel status ID, and here its type. I mean, this Y status is already created. That's why we have used the same. But if you want, I mean, let's say if you are creating a fresh table, then you don't have existing data type. I mean, existing data type. Here we are using a data element which is already existing. But in case you want to create your own, then you can do the same. So I'll show you how we can create the data element for this travel status ID. So for the same, what you need to do, just go to the package, do the right click, new, other repository, find data dictionary, go to data dictionary, and as you can see, we have another option called data element. Just click on the same and do continue. Okay, and put the data element name. Let's say I need a status image. Okay, data element for status image. To finish. Okay, now it is asking for the domain. So in that case, if you have an existing domain, then you can use the same. But in our case, we don't have a domain. We just want to use predefined type. So in predefined type, I'm choosing a data type. Let's say clicking on predefined, then go to browse, and I just need to store its status. Okay, just select the char, and it type would be char and length would be 1. Okay, and you can write the description accordingly. We have 4 types of description: short, medium, long, and heading. So this is so here I'm putting over all. Okay, and activate. Okay, now our data element has been created with name y status underscore image. Now just go back to our table, and here we can use the same y status. underscore image. Okay, so this is the way to create a data element for your own. Okay, if you don't have any data element, then in this, using this way, you can create your own data element. Okay, as you can see, for travel status tag and pick URL, I'm using the existing one. Okay, so if you want to create your own, then you can create your own. Okay, so I told you the way how we can create the data element. So as you can see, if I'll try to see this existing one for this pick URL, then I'll show you what is that type for this, for this pick URL field. So as you can see here, we have choose predefined type, and it data type would be CAD and 256, and short description is airline logo. Okay, so now just go back to our table, and you can see our table is created. But now you can see table is created. Okay, but in this table we require some records. Okay, so how we can insert the record in the same table? So to achieve the same, we have to use a technique that is called, in that technique we have to create a ABAP class, and using that ABAP class we can write the query accordingly, and that query will store the data accordingly. So I'll show you. So now we have to create a class. So just go to the package and do right click, go to new, and here you can see option ABAP class. Click on the same and put the class name, ZCL image store. Storing data. Okay, class to store to insert records. Okay, and one more important thing. So along with this, we have to use interface. Okay, so SAP is having a predefined interface, so we have to use the same. Okay, so that is the interface name, IFO ADT Disco classroom. So I'm using the same. Okay. How we can add the same? Just click on the add button, then you will see this pop up and write if underscore oo underscore adt classroom, then you can choose it from here. Okay, now you can see that interface is visible here, so just do next. It's saying some blank character showing, so okay, press next and finish. Okay, so our class is created. Okay, along with this interface, and as you can see, one method is created automatically. Okay, so in this method we have to write the ABAP code. Okay, so if you are new and you don't know ABAP, then you can learn it from here. And if you are an existing ABAPer, then you know here, you know the ABAP, so accordingly you can insert the record here. But here we have to use new statement as per the ABAP HANA. Okay, so we cannot use the earlier ones. Okay, so I'll show you how we can insert the record here. So in this table, we have to insert the record. So if you remember, recently we have created a table. So table, I'll show you which table we have created. Yeah, this is the table in YCDS image. So what you need to do, just write data lt image type table of YCDS image. Activate. Okay, so now what we need to do, we have to insert some record in the same. So how we can insert the same, just put the ld image name and use hash value. Okay, so value hash, and I have to insert the record. Okay, value hash, then put status ID should be equal to O, and status text would be open, and URL pick URL should be like this. Okay, so this will insert one record. Okay, so we require 3 records. So if you remember in the previous video, we have 3 status. Okay, and for overall status, if you remember, O, A, and X. So we need to insert 3 record. Okay, so I have just copied the first record and pasted here, and now I am changing it status A. Okay, A means accepted. Okay, and pick URL. Okay, for accepted, and same third record I am trying to insert, which is for type X, and its status is rejected. Okay, just rename the field travel status ID. This is travel status ID, and change the field name status text and URL. URLs are already there. I mean, these are already there. Okay, provided by SAP. You can use the same. Okay, you can, if you want to use the URL, then you can refer the same table which I showed you earlier. From there you can copy the URL. Okay, and you can insert the URL as per your requirement, and you can create your own table. Okay, so I'm prepared. So this table is prepared along with this record. Now what is the next step? Now we have to insert these record in the database. So that's a interesting part here. So how we can insert the record in the database, if you remember. So to insert the record, we have to use the insert statement in the database. So how we can use the same, I'll show you. Okay, so just write the insert in table name YCDS image from table at the rate. So as per S4HANA, we have to use a new statement at the rate along with the internal table. Okay, so this is the important thing here. Okay, so what change operation on it supported. Some error is coming. Okay, some error is coming. Okay, so some error is coming. It's saying change operation on entries are not yet supported. Oh, sorry, I think by mistake I have put the wrong table name, so I am changing the same. So we have created this table now recently by images too, so I am replacing the same. Okay, so just replace the same here. Okay, so now you can see error has been disappeared. Okay, so now I'm inserting records. Okay, and I'm opening the same here, this piece of code. Okay, so here we are changing the table name. So here what we are doing to what we are trying to do. So so here we are fetching the current record. Okay, how many records are there after inserting? Okay, and we'll display how many records are there. How many records are inserted successfully. Okay, so these things we are trying to do using this. So using this query we are using for delete the possible entries. For delete the existing entry if we are having. Okay, then after that using this we are inserting the record in the database, and using this select statement we are displaying the output. Okay, first we are fetching the existing record, and then using this write statement and using this system db count, and this system field is counting the records. How many records are there in this table, in this internal table. Then we are displaying this message. Okay, and as you can see, one more error is coming. No component exists. Travel status ID. Okay, so recently we have changed the name now, so I think fields names are different, so I have to change accordingly. So travel status text. Okay, pick URL. Same for this. Travel status ID. Travel status text. So, and pick URL. Pick URL is a pick underscore URL. Okay. So you can do the same. You can, if you will press Control and space, then you can see the suggestion. So from there you can find out the exact field name. Okay, so I'm doing the same. Travel. Pick URL. This is travel status text, not ID. Okay, now error has been removed. Activate the same. Control F3. Okay, now we have to insert the record and the same. So what you need to do, just press F9 to execute the same class. I'm pressing F9. Now you can see there, message is coming, 3 data inserted successfully. Okay, so it means 3 records inserted successfully in the same table. Okay, so let's go back to our table. So this was the table we have created. Okay, if I'll try to execute the same using F8, and then you can see here it is showing the records which we have created recently. Okay, O means open, and you can see its URL is there, and A accepted and X accepted. If you will try to execute this URL, copy and try to execute in the browser if you want to check. If you want to validate the URL, is it working fine or not? So this is the way to validate the same. Okay, so how we can do? Just open the new tab. Let's say I'm pasting it here. Try to execute the URL, and you can see image is coming. It means our URL is perfectly fine. So just go back to our ADT again. Now what's the next step? We have to call this, we cannot directly use this table. Okay, so what we need to do, we have to call this table in our CDS. So let's create a new CDS quickly. So go to the Go Data Service node, right click, new, and create data definition, and put Y CDS image. Okay. CDS for image. Next. Then, oh, sorry. We have to create a CDS with type, with type of view entity, not a root view entity. So I'm replacing the same. So I'm deleting this, and this composition, this is coming by default, and removing this root keyword here. Okay, so actually what happened, root view entity, basically normally we have to use whenever we have to prepare a projection view, or we want to create a service. You can see RAP services we have to create. In that case, we have to use a root view entity. Okay, So, but in this case, we have to call our database table. That's why we are using this view entity type CDS. So that, so here we have to replace the data source name. So which table we have created, you can see the table name y image store. So just put the table name here. This table recently we have created, and press Control space, insert all element. Okay, activate this. Okay, now check the CDS using the F8 button. Press F8 and you can see our CDS is perfectly working fine, and here we have 3 fields as per the table record which we have created recently. Okay, so now what's the next step? So we have to call that CDS, okay, in our existing CDS which we have created in previous videos, if you remember. So just go back to the CDS which we have created earlier. Go to the CDS tab, and here just you can see these are all CDS till now we have created. Okay, so recently we have created this image store. So just go back to our previous CDS, and you can see earlier we have created CDS for travel, and this is a main CDS travel, and this is a projection view travel. So just go back, just open the CDS, this YCDS travel. Okay, so what we need to do, here we provide an association because we have created a table on the basis of our overall status. Accordingly, we have to fetch the icon on the basis of status. So I am doing the same. Put the association. Okay, and put the cardinality. We require at least one record, so that's why we are putting 1 to 1 cardinality, and 2, and which CDS we have created recently, YCDS image store. Okay, yes, put the association name. Let's say I'm putting association name image on dollar projection on the basis of overall status image association, and here we have a field called travel status ID. Now one warning is coming, so they are saying image is not yet used, so I am using here image. Now that warning has removed. Okay, now activate this CDS. Okay, now this is done. Now what's the next step? We have to call this association in our projection view. So just open the YCDS travel projection, and here we have to call that association. So what was the association name? Image. Okay, now activate this. Okay, now what's the next step? We have to display this this image, okay, on our existing app. So to do the same, oh, so just go to metadata. If you remember, this is our metadata. Just open the same. Okay, so we have to display image after travel ID. Okay, so just call the field name first. What is the field name we have recently used? Just open the projection view, and here in table we are using this field pick URL. So this is the field where actually we are storing the image. So as pick URL, I'm putting the name. Activate. Open metadata again. And here put the field name. Pick URL. Okay. And add annotation. Line item. And put the position. So we have to display this URL, pick URL after travel ID. So I'm putting its position 15. Okay, and activate. So now try to see its effect on our current app. So what you need to do, just open the business service, and if you can see, this is the service we have created. Just click on the same. Okay, so we have already published this service, so select the service and click on preview. So our app is loading. So press go. Okay, so as you can see, here our URL is coming, but image is not coming. So why this is happening? So we'll try to fix the same. Okay, so just go back to our CDS again. Okay, so this was the CDS we have created. So till now we have created this CD. Okay, so this CDS, you can see green symbol is coming. Okay, it means this CDS is not activated yet. Okay, and one more thing we need to do, and one more annotation we have to use. That is very important annotation we have. So that's the annotation semantic. semantic dot semantics dot image URL true. Okay, so that's very important annotation to display the image if you will not use this. Okay, so uh, so in that case, if you will not use the same, so our image will not display. Instead of image, URL will display as I showed you. Okay, so I'm activating the same and see the effect on our current app. So just open the current app, refresh. Okay, go. Yeah, great. So our image is coming. Okay, on the basis of status. On the basis of status. Okay, so let's say I just want to see accepted. Press go. Then you can see red icon is coming along with accepted. Okay, if I'll then choose open, then you can see green icon is coming. Okay, so as you can see here, logo, heading is coming with airline logo. So I just want to replace this. I don't want this. So how we can do the same? So I'll show you. Just go back to the CDS and open our annotation. Just open our metadata first, and here there is the property called label, and put the label name. Let's say I just want to replace it with icon. Okay, and activate the same, and let's see its effect on our current app. Just open the current app, refresh. Okay, go. Now you can see our heading has been replaced. Okay, so now it is showing icon instead of airline. Okay, so in this video you will learn how we can display the icon and how we can create the database table using ADT for our cloud environment. Okay, so hope you enjoyed this video. If you like this video, so don't forget to subscribe. Okay, so we'll come back with a new video soon. So stay tuned and happy learning. Bye bye.